Welcome to my channel, guys. Today I'm going to show you guys how to revamp an old lace frontal unit. I'm going to change the whole look, so stay tuned, keep watching, and of course subscribe to my channel. So when it comes to Caucasian hair, I always like to part the hairs in two and to do two large cane rows just so that the unit can lay really flat. You can do more than 2 cane rows, but 2 cane rows I believe is more than enough. I know, guys, I know I'm wearing my dress inside out, but it was an early morning and I only realized, halfway through the video. Oh, actually, no, I realized after the video was done, and I wasn't gonna let that get in the way from posting this video. No, I still need to post this video. So basically what I'm doing now is tying the ends of my braid just to make sure the braid doesn't get undone, and then now I'm braiding the other half. And in case you're wondering, what do I have on my hand, a white kind of stain? It's basically her makeup. I was testing it on the wig cap and I forgot to basically also wash my hands. Oh god, such a mess I am. So basically now I'm using a stocking wig cap to basically cover her own hair. This wig cap I use as a base underneath her wig, and I use the Got To Be spray to basically make sure it glues down. Now I'm cutting off the edges of the wig cap because you don't need that. Now a good reason to use the wig cap is to basically protect your edges from when you're gluing on the unit, but it also makes the unit look more natural because it gives the base of a more natural hairline kind of look. So the wig cap has a lot of benefits. So now I'm basically fitting on her unit and I'm basically straightening it with a hot comb. A hot comb is good for straightening your edges and the roots of your unit. A hot comb is really vital. I recommend it. I can't work without it. I absolutely love it. I feel emptiness. Set up, I can see the mess. Now that that's done, you're gonna glue the unit down. So for this, I like to use, of course, my bold hold glue. I love my bold hold glue. I can't live without it. I use it all the time, and I like to use it across from the left ear to the right ear, or from the right ear to the left ear, however you want to do it. Once I apply it, I like to smooth it out with just a tail comb or any object that you can use. Just don't use your fingers because it's gonna get tacky and messy. And I like to smooth it out because it just helps with the drying process, and I think it just has a smoother application as well. I just like to use 1 round, should be fine. So people like to use 2 or 3, but I think 1 round is strong enough. So when I'm applying my unit, I always like to secure the middle part first and then I go onto the right part. And as I'm applying it, as you can see, I like to use my tooth comb, or my tail comb, but the teeth part of it to really press the lace down. The smaller the comb, the smaller the teeth of the comb, the better. And I like to do that to make sure it's really secure and really flat. Once that is done, I like to use a silk scarf and basically just wrap it around the unit for like about 5 minutes to make sure the unit stays really flat, it's really stuck onto the head, and it really melts into the skin. Oh god, preach on. So after 5 minutes, you just take the scarf off, and as you can see, it already looks a bit better. So we're going from center parts. As you can see, I'm making the parting, and I'm just combing out the hair. You can see how this hair looks. It looks very dry, and it looks so tired. But we're gonna revamp it. We're gonna make this unit look brand new. So keep on watching. Watch till the end, and make sure you subscribe, guys, because I need you guys to subscribe. And of course, she's looking at herself, full of Snapchat stuff. I love my models. So what we're going to do finally is we're going to cut this hair. We're going to cut it into a bob. That's what we're doing, a bob. So initially I was going to use a razor comb because I feel like sometimes when you use a razor comb, just have a softer end, but the hair was so dry and it wasn't working, so I had to basically got my cutting scissors and just cut it off and just make my life so much easier. So I just like to do section by section. We're going for a bit of like a funky bob, so even though I'm cutting it into a straight line, we're not really going for that perfect straight cut. No, but at the same time you want to cut it as straight as possible. So I am taking large sections and I'm just cutting it according to the length. If you're not an experienced cutter, I would say cut the hair when the hair is wet and take smaller section. Because I'm a bit more experienced, I'm just cutting it on dry hair and I'm taking larger sections because yeah, I'm just a bit more experienced, so it just comes very easy for me. Make sure when you're using a scissor to cut, it's a very sharp scissor, and that would just make your life much easier.
I feel emptiness. Set up, I can see the mess. Show me
voila, and that's how it looks like. However, we decided that we wanted to take it much shorter, so we're going to basically use the same technique and cut it to our desired length, starting from the right, work your way to the back, to the left, until you basically got your desired length. I'm not going to show this through this video again because you're basically doing the same thing again, and that's basically it. Doesn't it look pretty already? Love it! So basically, now that we've got our desired length, I'm just using the hot comb again to really go through the hair to make sure it's smooth, to make sure it's soft. It already looks so healthy. And then I'm just going to add curls in it using my Babyliss 1-inch curling wand. And I'm basically going to curl it all the way around using the same motion, curling it towards the back. So you're curling it away from your face, and I'm using that technique all the way around, just taking random sections. You know, there's no precise way of doing this. We're going for a little messy, short style curly, not curly, but like a slide wave kind of look. So we're just waving it all around, and that is how it looks like. So now I'm going to use like a large tooth comb to basically comb out the hair very gently, because we don't want it too tight, but you don't want it too loose either. So we just want like those natural beachy waves. So using a large tooth comb will definitely give you that look. The smaller the comb, the frizzier the hair would look. So use a large tooth comb. And now what I'm basically doing is adding a bit of foundation onto the middle part. This will just act more as her skin and makes it look more natural. And this is basically the finished result. Oh my god, I absolutely love it. I hope you guys liked it. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, and let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.